Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Becomes a Detective Part 2, Chapter 4. Alright, everything is set. I said, looking at the final devil's trap I've painted all over this house. Issei, what is going on? I turned over to see Asia's frightened expression. It broke my heart and I sighed as I thought about what to say to her next. The devil that you healed is after you. He will turn you into his slave, a devil that is a disgrace to God's eyes. I said as I put my hand on her left shoulder. That is why I want you to go meet someone. He is. I stopped and thought about what to say as I packed an empty brown duffel bag. An acquaintance if you will. He will keep you safe. I said as I put her clothes into the bag that has Josu's laptop. I then took a piece of paper and scribbled down the address of Cao Cao's safe house. Take this. Tell him Issei sent you. I said, handing her the note and a €50 note. I gave her the bag and took of my phone to dial Cao Cao's number. I went into the other room as Cao Cao picked up the phone. Hello? I assume that you are sending over the information for the fund transfer. Cao Cao remarked as I rolled my eyes. Not quite. You have a little package coming your way. I said as I heard Cao Cao cough. What do you mean a package? I'm sending you Asia. I can't guarantee her safety here, so I am sending her to you. She has the laptop with all the information in it. Issei, this is not the arrangement we've made. Hey, this is a plus for you. You get the laptop and a healing sacred gear user in your little organization. I heard a grunt sound and the phone disconnected. Asia, this might be the last time I see you. I really enjoyed our time together, however brief. I said as she smiled. Issei, I don't know what to say. She said shyly as she held the bag in her hand. I'll walk you to a taxi. I said as I took her gently by the arm to the door. I smiled at her face before opening the door. He's here. And he brought his peerage. The 6 missing girls, their lifeless eyes all staring back at me, weapons pointed at me. Asia, out the back now. I shouted as I slammed the door shut. I readied my exorcist gun and flask of holy water. I want to capture the air if possible, so non-lethal opinions first. I ran up the stairs as I saw Asia running towards the room with the back entrance. I turned towards the door as a girl pounded it down. Gabriella D'Angelo. She stared at me as I shot her in the head with the exorcist gun. Double tap. She fell to the ground, blood gushing from her head as 5 other girls in the air, Diodora Astareth, rushed into the building. Catch me if you can. Also, watch out for the devil traps I sprung up. I said, shooting at the devils as I retreated to the 2nd floor, my face still firmly on the devils by the door, my gun still pointed at them. I retreated further into the 2nd floor as I see the devils coming up to the 2nd floor. Bang, bang. Another one bits the dust. Maria Perez, you are with our father now. The group charged at me, and to which I smiled. Anna Stilton was the leader of the group, so she was the first one into the devil's trap I painted on the ceiling. The 4 remaining looked at the ceiling for devil traps as I thought of how many remaining bullets I have in my gun. 11 left. Alright, more than enough. I turned the corner and went into the closest room, locking the door behind me. I put the flask of holy water in my pocket, taking out the pocket Bible to allow room for it. Come on, come through the door. The door flung open suddenly. Swords, hundreds of swords flew at me. I barely avoided them, and I was struck by one. One sword managed to slash me in the arm, causing a gash to bleed. Ah, that stings. Alright, you asked for it. I displayed the Bible for them, causing them to recoil backwards. When he said this, Jesus called out in a loud voice, Lazarus, come out. John 11:43, a verse that I remember off the top of my head. I smiled as the devils held their heads in pain, except the air, who only grunted. The Bible and any verses in it causes any devils in its presence immense pain. Alright, strike them when they are in pain. The one on the left side of the air, Jessica Parker, so I killed her first as I shot her twice in the stomach and once in the chest. The one in front of the air, Joan Bertrand, is guarding the air by being a human shield. I sent 6 bullets in her direction, hoping that some would wound the air behind her. I sighed as 3 bullets hit the girl while the rest of the bullets harmlessly hit the wall behind him. Alright, one more girl on the right. She's charging at me. Fast. I barely had time to aim my gun at her before she attempted to slash me with a blade. I dodged the blow and countered by hitting her with the Bible. She recoiled in pain as I aimed the gun at her head, shooting her 1 time. Alright, 1 bullet left. I turned towards the air, who materialized a sword in his hand. Whoa. That was close. I hit him with the Bible, stunning him with pain from our father. I then walked to his side as he was holding his head in pain, kicking his ass and causing him to stumble forward. I smiled as he turned around, trying to possibly materialize a sword. I smirked as he looked at his hand in shock before a look of horror appeared on his face. Devil's trap. I said, pointing my gun upward as I enjoyed his look of despair. Can't use any of your powers now, can you devil boy? Your ass is mine. Let's have some fun, shall we? What are you going to do with me? You know who my family is and what they will do to you when they find you. He shouted as I snickered in his face. They won't find you. I'll kill you completely, but before that, I'm going to take out all my problems and anger on you. I said as I took out a flask of holy water and my exorcist sword. I poured the water on the sword before throwing the water onto the devil, who screamed out in pain. Let's have some fun now. Chapter 5. Now, what shall I do with you first? I said, looking at everything I have that can torture this devil. Holy water, exorcist sword, Bible, cross, and light bullets with gun. I pointed the gun at his face, watching his eyes follow the barrel of the gun. I then pointed it at his leg. Bang. The bullet fired into his leg, causing him to collapse to the ground while holding his leg in pain. You bastard. Well, that isn't nice to say about someone. Now, I do have a name. You probably won't be able to tell anyone else though. I said as thought of something. I pulled the revolver I have holstered to my ankle and displayed it to the devil, who whimpered in fear. Do you think you'll really be able to get away with this? My brother is Satan. I know he is Satan Beelzebub, but I really don't care. You see, they know that you've been kidnapping the girls, an attack on the church, and the church is simply retaliating. I'm sure you know of the concept of mutually assured destruction, and no one wants that. So right now they are probably negotiating to sweep this under the rug and attribute it to the work of a rogue devil, you, and a rogue exorcist, me. I said as his eyes widened. I know they've sent a hit team after me. The question is, will they reach me before I torture the crap out of you before killing you? I said as I emptied the cylinder of my ankle revolver. I picked back up one bullet of the revolver, soaking it in holy water before putting it back into the cylinder before spinning it. Russian roulette. I learned about this during a mission in South America about a year ago. I pointed the gun at his other leg. 1 out of 6 chance. Click. No bang. Lucky. 1 out 5. I said with the gun still pointed at him. Click. No bang. Next try. What are you doing? You need to point it at yourself. Wahahaha. I did. You just didn't see it. 1 of 4. Click. Bang. Ah, there is the bullet-induced screaming. A 2-for-1 deal. Light bullet and holy water make a potent combination, don't they? I said as his screams almost permanently harmed my eardrum. I reloaded my gun as his screams died down. You should really stop screaming. No one that can save you is going to hear you anyway. I said as he started to pant in pain. Now that I'm warmed up, the fun truly begins. I said as he started stuttering. Wait. Just stop this and I will give you anything you want. Money, women, power. Anything. Just stop this. Howard. I started laughing at his face before smiling at him madly. Anything? How about my parents? Your kind killed them years ago. Can you bring them back, you monster? I splashed him with holy water as I said this. My parents. Why did they have to die at the hands of a devil? They were good God-fearing people. And your kind just attacked us one day. Killed them and almost killed me, had it not been for the intervention of a swordswoman from the church. I said this as I touched his body with my holy water-coated knife, causing him to scream out once again. Say. That is enough. I smiled as I felt the barrel of a gun at the back of my head. He managed to get behind me, impressive. Asuk. You managed to find me. I said, chuckling as the barrel remained at the back of my head. Say, put down the knife, slowly. Alright, calm down. I slowly dropped the knife on the ground and kicked it away on his command. Turn and face me, slowly. Alright, think about how to get out of the situation. There is my exorcist pistol in my pants and I have several more blades on me. I turned to my right side extremely fast, ducking my head under the ground as I rotated around. I grabbed the gun in my pants while spinning around, a shot whizzed by my ears as this happened. My left hand grabbed another knife from my pants and I attempted to slash Daesuk when I faced him, but he managed to dodge. I am now staring at my friend, who is pointing a gun at me, just like I am pointing one at him. Daesuk. I know you have your orders, but why are you fighting me? We should be fighting the devil in this room. I said as he maintained his gun at me. Say, I have my orders. You know I can't disobey. I shook my head in disgust at this. The church giving orders to protect a devil, is that what God would have wanted? You don't know what God wants, say. Neither do you, Daesuk. I don't want to have to kill you. I don't want to have to kill you, say. But you've gone off the deep end and became a monster. Monster? That is what I am. A monster? The monster is the abomination trapped inside of the trap. Say, release it. Surrender and I can maybe help you cut a deal to give you reduced punishment. We both know that isn't going to happen. You're right, I've gone off the deep end by killing a heir to a devil clan. I said as his eyes widened. He knew exactly what I meant. I aimed the gun at the devil's head, firing one bullet at it. His head snapped back as the bullet made impact. No. Daesuk screamed as the body collapsed on the floor. You've done it, say. I have to kill you. He said as he took over behind a desk in the room. It has to be like this then. Fine, I'd like to see you try to kill me, Daesuk. Chapter 6. Daesuk. I said as I, rolling behind a desk that was a few feet away from me. No response from him. I really don't want to do this, but you are really pushing me, Daisuke. Daisuke, we're both opposite sides of the same coin. Today it'll be me, tomorrow it will be you. Once the church is done with you, they'll toss you onto the street. We both know it is true. I said as I heard a door creak open followed by footsteps running out the door. Oh, trying to flank me. Daisuke. Stop fighting me. Let's escape together. I said as I approached the door, with caution as I focused down the sight of my handgun. I peeked my head to the left of the door. Nothing. Then to the right. Daisuke. Bang. Bang. I hid behind the doorway as the bullets hit the wall. Daisuke, you know what I am saying is true. Issei, you've become a monster. I don't know you anymore. I'll put you down, even if it costs my life. Alright, fine, I tried being civil, I tried being nice, but you really must die now. Alright, what do I have on me? Several pistols, a couple of blades, and a grenade. I looked at what is in the hallway. Massive windows are evenly spread out directly across from me, and in between the windows are stands with potted plants. There is a distraction. I see a chandelier in the hallway. There is another distraction. Let's see if he falls for the same trick. I pulled out a small blade in my pocket and aimed it to where he was. Now. I threw the blade as I noticed his head peek ever so slightly out. He charged out as I quickly switched to my handgun. I aimed it at him before he rolled to the side, hiding behind another door. That closer to the chandelier. I grinned as I took out another blade before throwing it at the glass pane window to my left. He poked his head out again as I shot at him with my revolver. Fist. He charged at me as I cocked the hammer back for another shot. I aimed the revolver at the chandelier above him. Bang. The chandelier went crashing onto him, causing him to cry out in pain as I see blood flowing out from everywhere. Daisuke, it was never supposed to be like this, but you made me do it. I walked up to his body as I looked out the window at the full moon. See, this is what happens when you go against me. I never wanted this to happen. But you made me do it. He just laughed, coughing out blood. I've done it. What? Bang. The glass shattered as I felt a sharp pain in my body. I fell down as felt lightheaded. I've been shot in the stomach twice. Double tapped from a high-caliber rifle. Well, I've been foolish and arrogant. It was the oldest trick in the book. Distract me and have someone take the shot at me from outside with a sniper rifle. Just like the time in Morocco, right? I said as I saw the blood flowing from my stomach. I'm lucky, the pain isn't too severe. It feels that the shot hit my stomach area near the vital organs. It's strange. I don't feel pain, but I do know what is going to happen. I'm going into shock and then bleed out or die from the shock. I know that I can't get out of here alive without them shooting at me again. I'm going to die here. Well, Daisuke, I never wanted this to happen. I know, Issei. You did what you thought was right. God knows I agree, but I had my orders. I understand. I summoned my remaining strength and cocked the hammer one more time. This will save me from any possible pain. I've been expelled from the church anyway. Issei, don't do it. We can save you. Daisuke cried out as I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. Our reinforcements. Save me and I rot in prison. I said as I put the revolver into my mouth. See you on the other side, Daisuke. The gunshot wind heard from the manor. On the other side of town, a cab stopped in front of a warehouse. The girl got out and gave the cab driver the fare before leaving the vehicle and heading inside of the warehouse. I see her. Just like the picture shows. Are you Asia Argento? I said as she nodded timidly. I smiled as Siegfried helped her with her belongings. Don't worry, you are safe now. My name is Cao Cao and welcome to the Hero Faction. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video.